Hello everyone, I am Dr. Mini Kulsresht and you are watching Erudite Chemistry classes. And today, first of all, we will understand what is oxidation state of an element in a compound. And secondly, we will also see how to calculate the oxidation state. The main thing here is whatever the compound is there in front of us, that compound is made up by the element. And when the element react to form the compound, they react either by loss of electron or by gaining of electron. And we know this thing, and these type of reactions are called redox reactions. We know this thing. So the change in the oxidation state takes place. What do I mean here is that when an element is in its original state, means it is not reacting at all. It is at zero oxidation state. So here what I mean by the zero oxidation state or any of the oxidation state, let's understand it. Suppose I am talking about sodium chloride. This sodium chloride is a compound. This sodium chloride we know is made up by when the sodium releases its one electron and becomes sodium ion, and chlorine gains this electron lost by the sodium, becomes Cl minus, and these plus and minus ion remain together to form Na plus and Cl minus. They hold each other because of electrostatic forces of attraction, and obviously because there is one minus and one plus, they nullify the charges produced by each other. That is why this becomes neutral. So this sodium, which was having no tension before, which was having no loss or gain before, this is now at the loss of one electron. Okay, and this chlorine, which was not having any loss or gain before, this is now at the gain of one electron. Fine. So this loss and gain we are showing by using the charges plus and minus type, and these, because here in this case what is happening, the sodium is losing its electron completely. We convert it into ions, and here it is gaining the electron completely, so it is gaining minus ion. Fine. So this is the state of these elements in this compound. Otherwise they were not at this state. They were free atoms and they were not having no kind of charge on them. But when they made this molecule, they are in the state what? They are in the state of, sodium is in the state of +1 and chlorine is the state of -1. Okay, so this state of an atom in a molecule is called oxidation state of that atom. So here the oxidation state is +1 and the oxidation state of chlorine is -1. So you can understand one thing here, that in case of ionic compound, the charge on the ion is the oxidation state of that element in that particular compound. For an example, if I am taking magnesium chloride here, magnesium chloride is made up of two ions, Mg plus 2, because it is made by the loss of 2 electrons, and this chlorine is formed by the gain of 1 electron. So here it is Cl minus and Mg plus 2. So this MgCl2 is made up of two ions. Magnesium is having +2 oxidation state here because it has lost 2 electron, and chlorine is having -1 oxidation state because it has one atom has gained only 1 electron. So this is called oxidation state. So whatever the charge is present on an atom in the molecule, here we are discussing only ionic compound, so ionic molecule, that is called oxidation state of that element in that molecule. Is it clear? So now let us talk about the molecules which are made up by the covalent bond. So here I am having one atom, hydrogen, having its 1 electron, one atom of chlorine having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7 electron. Because these are made up by the covalent bonding, they will share their 1 electron here. So they will pair up and they will complete their octet like this. Fine. So this is the condition of hydrogen and chlorine. The molecule made by the combination of these two elements using the covalent bond is hydrogen chloride. So this is HCl, and this single bond which I am showing here is indicating sharing of electron. So should we consider this type of bond as a purely covalent bond where no one is dragging the electron to either side, No. Actually what is happening here is, although this is purely covalent in nature, but just because this hydrogen is connected with the chlorine, which is very electronegative in nature. Electronegative in nature means the element which has tendency to attract a shared pair of electron. So this chlorine is going to pull the shared pair of electron towards itself. Fine. जिसकी वजह से both the electron which should be shared in between these two will be pulled towards the chlorine. So what will be the effect on the hydrogen due to this nature of this chlorine? What will happen? Let's see. This chlorine, because it is going to pull the electron towards itself, it will get the partial negative charge, and this will acquire partial positive charge. Okay, so this is called the oxidation state of an element, the condition of that element in that molecule. Otherwise, it was a simple hydrogen molecule having no charge in it, because it is connected with its family members. For an example, H was connected with H before to make the hydrogen molecule. Because hydrogen and hydrogen are from the same family, they are not pulling or pushing their electron to any side. So this was a happy hydrogen and it reacted with a happy chlorine, which was having again the family members, that is the chlorine was connected with another chlorine. Hence no pulling, no pushing kind of things will be there. So no charges will be appeared on the chlorine molecule, but now they are connected in this way where one hydrogen and one chlorine is attached here, and just because they are attached, the tendency of chlorine will make this molecule different. Here now the tension comes to the chlorine because it is getting the electron, and what kind of tension? Minus. And just because the electrons are being pulled from the hydrogen, the another kind of tension is appearing on the hydrogen. So the oxidation state is the charge which is appeared on an atom in a molecule when it is attached with other kind of atom. But one thing is important here, that the condition of hydrogen, that is someone is pulling its electron. This condition where it is the electrons are being pulled from the hydrogen, this condition of hydrogen can be changed depending on the type of atom with which the hydrogen is attached. What I mean to say here is, look at this another compound of hydrogen. I am writing here NaH. Fine. So in this compound, all of you know this thing, that sodium is a very good matter, and no one in this world can give the electron to the sodium. Okay, so what the sodium will do? Sodium has tendency to lose the electron. It is very good matter, and just because it has a tendency to lose the electron, hydrogen has to take the electron, and in this condition hydrogen gains the electron. No options does it have now. So in that case it gains the electron, and that is why it becomes negative. But sodium will get positive charge. So it is not fixed always that any element will show the fixed oxidation state in all the compounds. So in short, I can say whatever the charge is appearing on the element in that condition of a combination, that is called the oxidation state of that element in that compound. Fine. So look at this compound, calcium chloride. I am going to give you the definition using this formula. So this is, here we have calcium chloride. What will happen if I remove both the chloride ion from the calcium? What will left out? Let's see. If I am removing one Cl minus and another Cl minus, what will left out? We will left out with Ca plus 2. So this is the oxidation state of the calcium in calcium chloride. So what I can say about the oxidation state? Oxidation state is the state of an atom in a molecule when all other atoms connected to it are pulled off. Okay, so they are pulled off. When I pulled off all chloride ions from it, whatever is left out is the oxidation state of that calcium. Is it clear? Same way if I am having hydrogen fluoride here. And what is hydrogen fluoride? Fluoride I am removing from the hydrogen because this is one atom I am removing here. So what is left out? If I am removing F, it will be out from as F minus, because the tendency of fluorine is to gain the electron. That is why it will come out, this will come out as minus, and what will left out of the hydrogen? It will left out with the H plus. So this is the oxidation state of hydrogen. But this is not easy to assess the oxidation state in this random way. So I am just telling you what is oxidation state. What do you mean by it? Is a kind of tension This tension may be positive or may be negative. For an example, if you have taken the loan, you are in tension, you have to pay it. If you have given the loan, you are in tension, you have to take it from that person to whom you have given the loan. Same way, if the electron is being lost by any atom, it is in tension, so this tension is there, means there is instability, and there is that tension actually positive or negative, that tension appears on its face. जैसे हम लोगों का टेंशन हमारे फेस पे आ जाता है, same way the tension appears on the atom, and that tension is the state of the atom, which is called oxidation state. I hope it is very clear to you now what is oxidation state. Now let us see one formula and some rules which will help you to assess oxidation state in a very simple way. Okay, but before going to that formula, we have to understand some of the tools which will help you to calculate the oxidation state. Fine. So there are some rules I am going to tell you, and after that I will let you know how to calculate the oxidation state using a simple formula. Fine. Let's start. So your helping tools are always remember tools. Always remember means you have to use these things while calculating the oxidation state. So please don't do mistake while learning them. So I keep it there only on the left hand side during my lecture, so that you will see to it and give me the answers accordingly. Fine. So here I am having the first rule, that is always remember rule, is that group 1 elements always show +1 oxidation state. Means these are not going to change their charges, their oxidation state in any condition. Whenever you find them in any molecule, you will never see them changing their condition. Means as I have given you example earlier, the hydrogen, when it was there with the sodium, it has gained the electron in the against the pressure of sodium, and when it was there with the fluorine, it has given the electron to the fluorine. So what is happening with the hydrogen? It is changing its state. Sometimes it gives and sometimes it gains. But this first group element will never do this thing with you. They will never going to betray you. They will always show +1 oxidation state. So do remember the first group element like sodium, like potassium, like cesium, they will never show any other oxidation state. Always they will lose their one electron, and you will find +1 charge on them always. Same way for the group 2 elements, the oxidation state is always +2. Same way as calcium, you will never see other than +2 oxidation state. Barium, you can never see other than +2 oxidation state. Same way, magnesium is always at +2 oxidation state. So these are few reliable elements. You can see there, first group elements, second group elements are always reliable. They will always show +2 or +1 oxidation state. Okay, next move to the hydrogen. I have already explained you this thing, but once more I can explain you. Hydrogen, there are two conditions for the hydrogen. So you just watch it carefully, whatever the compound is. If your compound is having first group and second group element, fine. So because they do not change their state, so hydrogen is small, it has to compromise in its oxidation state. So what will happen when these first and second group elements are there with the hydrogen? Just observe this thing, that if I am writing down CaH2, so look at the hydrogen and look at the other element with which it is attached. If it is +1 and +2 element, so definitely the hydrogen will gain the electron. So in the condition where the hydrogen has attached with the first group element or second group element, its oxidation state is -1. Otherwise, in all the conditions, you will see that hydrogen is at +1 oxidation state without any exception. Okay? So this is simple again. Now let's see the oxygen and its oxidation state. Oxygen, in most of the cases, it show only -2 oxidation state. But whenever it show -2 oxidation state, the name of these compounds are oxides. In junior classes, you might have seen that most of the things, whenever you see the oxygen, you see them, you name the compound as oxides, isn't it? For an example, magnesium and oxygen combination, magnesium oxide, potassium and oxygen combination, potassium oxide, iron and oxygen, iron oxide. So always you have found there that oxygen is in its oxide state most of the time. So most of the time oxygen forms oxide, and just because it forms oxide most of the time, its oxidation state is -2. But in some conditions, oxygen can change its oxidation state. and that will happen only when it is making peroxide. Peroxides. These peroxides are very different kind of compounds where the oxygen and another oxygen is connected with each other, and there is one charge on these two oxygen. So because these both are unsatisfied, one valency of this oxygen, one valency of this oxygen is unoccupied. I think you can resemble it with the chashma. Okay, it's looking like spectacles now, so it is also called spectacle bond or chashma bond in Hindi we call it as. So this is chashma bond. In peroxide you will see that oxygen is showing chashma bond, and you just remember that on two oxygen there is two minus charges, fine. So this is also written down like O2 2 minus. I can write it like this now, O2, look at this, and 2 minus. So this is peroxide bond, and when the oxygen is connected with any other atom using this type of bond, this oxygen shows -1 oxidation state. You can see there na, two charges on two oxygen, so there is one oxygen is having only one charge. So in this condition where this type of bond you can observe, here the oxygen is at -1 oxidation state. Is it clear? So this is one of the condition of the oxygen other than oxide. One another case is there with the oxygen. For an example, if there is a compound like NaO2, if I break down the sodium oxide, what will happen? I will get two ions, Na plus and O2 minus. So this O2 minus, can you see there? This O2 minus is a superoxide. So this is the next type of oxidation state which an oxygen can show. Always remember, oxygen can change its oxidation state three ways. Common is -2. Most of the time you will see that this is -2. But in some cases where this kind of attachment is there, oxygen with another oxygen, it will show -1 oxidation state. And when it is forming superoxide, these kind of oxides are called superoxide. We will learn it in detail. But here you can understand one more kind of ion of oxygen is possible, and this is O2 minus. Oxygen पे 1 minus, O2 पर 1 minus, two molecules के two atoms के बीच में there is 1 minus. So one atom पे कितना charge हुआ? I can see that if two atoms of oxygen are having 1 minus, so one atom of oxygen will be having -half. Is it okay? So there are three conditions for the oxygen. Oxygen having -2 charge, that is O2 minus. This is the ion. This is the charge of one oxygen, or it is having O2 2 minus, that is peroxide, and it may be having O2 minus half, that is superoxide. After that we will have fluorine. Fluorine you can always rely, just like first group element. Just like first group element always show +1 oxidation state, fluorine will always show -1 oxidation state. Never you will see any exception in case of fluorine. You just apply the -1 oxidation state for the fluorine. Rest of the element, whatever it is, doesn't matter. Now the next and very important thing is oxidation state of an atom in its elemental state is always 0. So here I am having many molecules. Okay, I have molecule of fluorine, I have molecule of oxygen, fluorine, hydrogen, and all these are in their elemental state. Elemental state means the state in which these elements are found. That is, they are existing as a molecule, but they are combined. Actually, they have formed the bond, but the bond is formed between the same kind of atom. So as I told you, the same kind of atom is their family members, and if they are family members, there is no tension with them, no one is pulling each other. This is a family, a happy family, and that is why no pulling and pushing will be there. So this is why there is no charge on the chlorine in the molecule of chlorine. In its elemental state, the charge on any atom is always 0. So 0 oxidation state is there on an atom in its elemental state. In the same way, oxygen molecule 0 oxidation state, fluorine 0, hydrogen 0. If I am writing down zinc, it is 0, it is not combined with anything else. If I am writing down copper, simple copper, 0 because it is not combined with anything else. If I am writing down suppose argon, not combined means the oxidation state is 0. So I hope these things are very clear to you. Now we are ready to calculate oxidation state of various elements in the compounds. So here I am having a compound calcium oxide. How to calculate the oxidation state? Let us first understand that. So do remember, whatever is the charge on this calcium and whatever is the charge on this, both of them are combining, so overall charge we are not having on this molecule. So the overall charge of all the oxidation state in a molecule will always be 0. In a molecule I am telling you. So it should be a neutral molecule. Always molecules are neutral. So overall charge on these two species or 3 or 4, whatever the number of species are, should be 0. So we have to calculate in such a way. So we will be adding all the oxidation state and we will make them equal to 0. So it is calcium and oxygen. And if you want to calculate the oxidation state of oxygen in this calcium oxide, what will you do? You are sure here that calcium always show +2 oxidation state because it belongs to the group 2. So without any doubt you can have oxygen at +2 state. And how many calcium are kept here? Only 1. So +2 will be added with oxygen. Oxygen oxidation state I am not telling you because oxygen can show 3 type of oxidation state. So here because I am taking out the oxidation state of oxygen, I will consider it as X because I am not knowing. So it is unknown to you, so it is X. And how many oxygen atoms are there? 1. So this is 1X. And what is the total charge on this molecule? 0. So the charge on the calcium and the charge of the oxygen, they should give you 0 charge. So what is the charge on the oxygen then? X equals to -2. In the same way, now let us calculate the oxidation state of chromium in chromium oxide. As I am telling you, this is chromium oxide. So it means it is at the -2 oxidation state. So this is, I am going to consider it as X. This I am going to consider at -2 because it is oxide. And how many oxygens are there? There are 3 oxygen. Overall charge, what should appear on this molecule? Obviously 0 because it is a molecule. So this becomes X minus 3 to the 6 equals 0. So this X becomes +6. What is the oxidation state of chromium in this molecule? It is 6 +6 oxidation state. Is it clear? So let's talk about this ion and calculate the oxidation state of phosphorus in this phosphate ion. And most of the ions which are having oxygen, do remember this thing you can write down in oxoanions. Oxoanions are the anions having oxygen in them. In oxoanions, oxidation state of oxygen is -2. So if you want, you can write down this. In most of the ions, there you can see the oxygen. This is an ion having oxygen in it. So these type of ions are called oxoanions. So if you find that oxoanion, you just consider oxygen at the -2 oxidation state. Fine. वैसे भी oxygen is a reliable one except in 2 cases, superoxide and peroxide. So this is X. How many phosphorus are there? Only 1. So I am writing X. How many oxygens are there? 4. What is the charge on the oxygen? -2. As I told you, it is an oxoanion. And what is the charge, overall charge on that species? You can see there is -3 charge. So I am writing down here -3 because in the molecule it is at the 0. So we were keeping 0 at the right hand side because overall charge on the molecule was 0. But in that case, total of these two charges will be -3. So it is appeared on the molecule, on the ion. So this is -3. So what happens? X minus 8 equals -3 or X equals 8 minus 3 and this is +5. So this is the oxidation state of phosphorus in the phosphate ion. This way we will be calculating it. This is what? This is sulfite ion. SULPHITE. So this is sulfite ion. In sulfite ion, I am going to find out the oxidation state of sulfur. As I told you, it is also a oxoanion. So we will consider oxygen at -2 oxidation state. So let's take it X. How many oxygens are there? 3. What is the charge on oxygen? Don't look at this charge. This is the charge on this both these species. So this is not the charge on the single oxygen. Oxidation state of oxygen I am taking -2 because it is oxoanion. So oxidation state is -2. It is equal to total charge on this species -2. So it becomes X minus 6 equals -2. 2. So the oxidation state of sulfur in the sulfite will be +4. So this is the oxidation state on the sulfur in the sulfite. So another molecule we have here, KMnO4. The name of this compound is potassium permanganate. So let's find out the oxidation state of manganese in this compound. So let's see, this is +1, this is X, 1 atom, so I am using only X. This is oxygen having -2 oxidation state, having 4 atoms, multiplied with the 4. Total charge, because it is a molecule, it is 0. So it becomes X plus 1 plus 4 to the 8 equals 0. So it becomes, it is minus now. So it is +7. So the oxidation state of manganese in KMnO4 is +7. Is it clear to you? I hope now you all can calculate the oxidation state of an element in a compound without any flaw. So let's now see one example. Let's see what is special in that. Okay, so here we are having C3O2 and I am going to find out the oxidation state of carbon in the C3O2. So let's find it out. 3X, because I am calculating the oxidation state of carbon in C3O2, carbon oxide. So this is plus, how many oxygens are there? 2. So this is 0 because there is no charge on this molecule. So I am having 3X minus 4 equals 0. So it becomes 3X equals to 4 or X equals to 4 by 3 positive. So the oxidation state we have calculated here is 4 by 3. Now the problem begins. In some of the molecule, if we calculate the oxidation state using this simple formula and we are not mentioning what kind of bonds are present in them, in that case we can get fractional values of oxidation state. What does it mean? Fractional is not possible because either one electron will be pulled from that atom or it will be pushed towards that atom. In any case, no half electrons can be pulled or pushed from any of the atom. And in this case, 4 by 3 indicates what? That is the problem. The problem we will solve out in the next video and we will talk about these type of molecules where we are getting fractional values of oxidation state. Actually, the reason lies in their structures and we will talk in detail about these type of molecule in the next video. So please keep watching the video, and if you like this video, please hit the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe it and comment in the comment box. Thank you very much.